Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Crystal Palace around the corner and Arsenal already won the league. We've won it. We've done it. We've been here, there, and everywhere. Last minute FC. I told you all. If you're going to jump on my channel, if you're going to turn on that bell notification, you should. If you should subscribe to this channel, I'd really appreciate it. If you hit the like, that'd be even better. You know what I mean, bruh? But if you haven't already, you should. Hey, this game, what does it mean? This game, what are we thinking? This game, does it mean anything for us, or is it about keeping fit? Is it about making sure that we can get players into the mix so that way we can worry about Paris Saint-Germain? Or is this just another, let's grab these 3 points and get the fuck out of Dodge so that way this title win looks better? I don't know. Look, the way I see this game, guys, it's means more for Crystal Palace than it does for us, but we got to be smart by the way we approach the game. I mean, it's an opportunity now that we've done the business a bit early, that we've got some reprieve to maybe field some players that need minutes. Now, I don't know what you guys think. This is my views. I think, look, we're going to Selhurst Park, right? Crystal Palace ain't no walk in the park. But again, we can't go in there too heavy and strong when we know we got Paris Saint-Germain around the corner. That's what I'm feeling. I think it's most Arsenal fans are feeling that because right now we're the champions, right? Feeling real good, feeling real sharp, feeling hectic. You know what I mean? Titles been decided early. Relegation battle still going on down low, but we'll get back into the Palace thing, back into Palace. Got to get into Palace to get our 3. I know it's an early game. You know what I mean? For you guys, late for us, 1 a.m. in Aussie. 1 a.m. We're going to be watching this game in Aussie. It's if I'm going to be watching it, I'll be watching it. I'll be watching this shit. But I was thinking about this game, and I'm thinking, look, I'm not saying we go out there weak as piss. And I'm not saying we throw the game. I think this is an opportunity for Mikel to drop some minutes on some players that need the minutes. Now, I mean, Brenny in the building. Brenny. Big up, Brenny. Thank you very much for turning that bell notification on because that's how you know I was on, bruh. I appreciate that. Obviously, already hit the likes. So if you haven't hit the likes, what are you going to do? What are we going to do, people? Hit them likes. Hit the likes. Spread this out there. Turn on the bell notification because I'm that last minute FC bloke. You know what I mean, bruh? So I still think that this is an opportunity for us to get minutes to players that need them. This Yuri and Timber situation for me, I need him ready for Paris Saint-Germain. I mean, Mosquera on that right side, I don't know, man. I don't know. Look, anyone that's in there, tell me what you think. Mosquera on the right-hand side against Paris Saint-Germain, right? And if Yuri and Timber is kind of ready, not 100% ready, but sort of fit enough to maybe get on the pitch against Palace, would it be a bad idea by fielding him? Now, I'm not saying a full game. Nah, I don't care if we lose, boys. I don't care, cuz. I don't care. It's done, bruh. It's finished. But what I'm saying is we need minutes, man. We need to go out there. We need it. We know what I mean. It's just a spar. It's a glorified sparring match. And I think that if we throw Yuri and Timber into this game to start with, you know what I mean? It might be good in regards to getting him moving again, getting him flowing. Marley Salmon is a call and a shout out in this game. Why not? In my opinion, why not? You know, Gabriel and Saliba, one of those is going to have to start, and that's if Mosquera is benched. Now, if Mosquera isn't benched, I even think that Mosquera could start this game, right? Beside a Gabriel, yeah? And that's a makeshift defense with Yuri and Timber on the right. And then later on, if we decide to take Timber off, you know what I mean, boys? Let me know what you think about this. We can throw Mosquera on the right-hand side, but Timber needs minutes. This lineup for me is key for more than one thing. The win would be nice, right? Another W, it looks good. Why not? Yeah. Nah, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, we don't need the injuries. So I'm thinking about this. And in the chat, if you guys are listening, let me know what you think. If we start Yuri and Timber on the right, Mosquera beside him, Saliba takes a bit of a rest. Gabriel in the center of the park, since we don't have too many options, right? With Hincapié on the left. That would be my defensive line. Tell me what you guys think of that. Tell me what you guys think in the chat. or in the comments, when this show is done, in the comments, tell me what you think of that defensive lineup. Yeah? Because that's what I'm thinking. The other thing that we can throw a decision on right now is the goalkeeper situation. Now, I'm of a mindset that we still start Raya. Now, Raya might get himself another clean sheet. He might not. Golden Gloves all done. I'm not real certain on Kepa. I don't know. Like, imagine that makeshift defensive line does their job and flip flop Kepa drops it. Yeah. So I'm still thinking Raya in between the sticks. Tell me what you think, though. Tell me what you think. The middle of the park. Now, this is where it gets interesting. In the middle of this park, yeah. Declan Rice to start or Norgard? Does Norgard start this game? Because I believe that I think he needs minutes. It's obvious that Mikel Arteta is not going to be using him too much, right? So I'm saying we throw Norgard into the mix, right? We throw Norgard into the mix against Palace. And I mean, don't get me wrong, Norgard's a decent midfielder. He's no walk in the park kind of midfielder. He ain't nothing, he ain't no pub toilet door midfielder. And I think if we throw Norgard into the middle of the pitch, it still solidifies our midfield, and Declan Rice gets himself a bit of a rest. Because to be perfectly honest, right now, I think Declan Rice has played the minutes, man. He's done his bit. And to be perfectly honest, I think Norgard needs those minutes. I think he deserves them. Let's be honest. So I'm throwing Norgard into the mix. Now, I'm going to go out on a whim and say Miles Lewis-Skelly, right, to be the 8. We throw Miles Lewis-Skelly in the 8, Norgard in the 6. Nah, I mean. And then right after that, I'm thinking Martin, the man, Odegaard. Because I'll be honest with you, boys, lads, baby, sweetheart, darling, honeys, if you haven't, bell notification, likes, all that kind of stuff, please. If you haven't thought about this, Odegaard, to be perfectly honest, isn't the starting 10 anymore. Eze, in this thumbnail, has taken that. It's gone. The 10's gone. He's never going to play 10 again, this guy. He ain't that guy. So I'm thinking we throw Odegaard in as the 10. Decent player. It's half. It's fair. It ain't perfect. It's fair. And you have a midfield trio of Norgard. You've got Miles Lewis-Skelly, and then you'll have Odegaard. Solid midfield. All day solid midfield. Tell me what you think. What would your midfield be? Because my midfield's that. I want minimal injuries. I want no strains, no tears, no this, no that, none of that. Now, when we go forward, though, now this is where I start chatting going forward. Everyone's going to say throw Gyökeres in there and this and that. I don't want to start Gyökeres in this game. And I know he hasn't been started in many a game. I don't want to start him again. I'll give Gyökeres. Oh, okay. We'll flip the coin. We give Gyökeres 45 minutes, 50 minutes in this game, and then we jag him, we get him out, and throw Kai Havertz in the middle of the park. Throw Kai Havertz in the middle of the park, because you know what? He needs minutes too. I think we share the responsibility of striker in this game between the two. Literally, 50 to Gyökeres and the rest of the game to Havertz. Whichever way the game's going, I don't give a shit if we're losing. Whichever way the game's going, we just split it up. Minimize their injuries, make sure the boys get some movement, make sure the guys are still focused on the game, and that's it. Tell me what you guys think of that. Gyökeres to start, maybe drop out in the 50th, and we get Havertz. Starting right wing. Come on. What do you guys reckon starting right wing? Because I'm hell no not starting Saka. There's no way we are starting Saka in this game. It means nothing. Nothing. Don't get me wrong, Saka, Eze, all on the bench. All on the bench, bro. All on the bench. Get them on later on. I don't give a shit. But who starts that right wing, yeah? Who's going to be going for that? You tell me, lads. Because to be perfectly honest, I'm not thinking Madueke. I'm not. Fuck no, I'm not. I'm actually thinking Max Dowman deserves some minutes. I reckon we throw Max Dowman on the right-hand side. Minutes. Fucking minutes, man. I know he's young, but give him the minutes. Give him the time. He gets to come out Selhurst Park as a champion. Look at the age of this kid. Give this kid some minutes. See what he can do. No pressure. No pressure. We win, we lose. Who cares, cuz? Who cares, boys? You know what I mean? Yeah. Don't matter. Don't matter at all, you know. I'm thinking we start with Max Down. Madueke can come in. On the opposite side, yeah, Trossard's in bubble wrap for me. All day Trossard's in bubble wrap. I don't want Trossard anywhere near the pitch. I need him for friggin' Paris Saint-Germain. And we throw Martinelli on the left. Start him. Stuff it. What do we got to lose? Martinelli on the left, Gyökeres to start, Dalman on the right. That's my starting line. That's what I think we should be going for. That's what I think would be a smart move moving forward. Minimize our injuries, allow the team a bit more of a respite, still have boys on the bench, still have lads on the bench. Now, I don't know how many Arsenal fans are out there right now really phased about this game. Now, I don't know. To be perfectly honest, I'm not. Care factor for this game is 0. I'm just trying to use it as a warm-up for Paris Saint-Germain. But I don't need the injuries. I definitely don't want these injuries. We can't afford them right now. And if we start a strong squad, there is a chance that one player gets a niggle or this and that. Urian Timber is key. It is key. He's a key player for our success against Paris Saint-Germain. 100%. He needs minutes. In and out like a bank job. That's what we got to do, Selhurst Park. Just get in, get out. All day. What's Mikel Arteta going to do, you reckon? What do you reckon? You know what he's going to probably do? He'll probably start Raya. I got a feeling Mosquera is going to be playing right back and Urian Timber's going to be on the bench and he's probably going to get 15 minutes, right? Because he's going to be bubble wrapped. I got a little feeling that he might throw Hincapié in the middle of the park, rest one of our centre backs, and more than likely he'll rest Gabriel and makeshift the centre backs. And I hope I don't see Declan Rice on the pitch. I hope I don't. I got a feeling he might even try Zubamendi. He might chuck Zubamendi in as the 6. Yeah. Chuck in Miles Lewis-Skelly and Ødegaard. Maybe Norgard doesn't even get a look in because that's what I reckon he'll do. He doesn't rate Norgard. I reckon Kai Havertz will start the game. I reckon Noni Madueke will play the right wing. This is Mikel's squad, not mine. Mikel's starting line. And he'll start Martinelli on the left. It's kind of chopped and changed, but it ain't too weak. I think that's what he'll try to go for. I'd rather go a little bit weaker in this game because I don't think it means much to me. I don't think it means much to most of us. And I'm hoping Mikel Arteta would have been smart enough, right? Would have been smart enough to just understand that there's bigger things ahead of us now. Bigger fish to fry. Hopefully, we can get through this game with something, a 1-1, a draw I'd be happy with the draw here. I'd be honestly happy with the draw. I wouldn't give a shit. I wouldn't care if we lost. Seriously. Title's done. Minimal injuries. Look forward to the Paris Saint-Germain game and hopefully incoming players. I'm pretty sure Trossard's going to be one player that's going to be gone in the summer. Ben White's going to be another player that's going to be gone. He's injured anyway. But we got a Trossard. Trossard's got to be in bubble wrap. This game ain't going to be a walk in the park, lads. Crystal Palace got everything to play for. So they're not going to come in here soft. They're not. And we can't go in there with our starting line knowing that Crystal Palace are going to want to play. They're not going to want to get in there and just say, oh, you know what? Last game of the season, who gives a shit? We don't really care, blah, blah, blah. In actual fact, Crystal Palace, right now, I know, to be perfectly honest, the difference for them is, hey, they lose to us, Nottingham Forest win, and they go from 15th to friggin' to 16th, and they swap side. But the thing is, that's dollars and cents for Crystal Palace. That is. They've already collected around 10 to 11 million pounds with us winning the Prem. But at the same time, a bit more money to finish up a little bit higher in the ladder. They ain't had a great season. They haven't. They've come off their last couple of games, 2 losses, a draw, a loss, and a draw. So they'd want to finish the season. They'd want to finish this season on a bit of a high. And I think the high would be like to finish this game against Arsenal with an emphatic win. So they're not going to be going in soft. And again, it's the last game of the season and it's in front of the home crowd. Can we afford to play starting line players in this game? Fuck no. Fuck no. Fuck no. And I'm not interested. Would I be happy if Gyökeres scores in this game? Yes, for stats and this and that and all those people that were chatting shit about him. That'd be great. And to be honest, Gyökeres half a game, Havertz half a game. Let's be honest. 50-50, share the load. Stuff it. Who cares, man? That's my views. Noni Madueke to come in I don't know, Noni Madueke to come in for Martinelli. I don't give a shit. I'm happy to give Dalman a whole game. Literally the whole game. Give him the 90 minutes. If he can muster it, if he doesn't fade in the 70th, I'd be happy to do that. Just to prime him for Paris Saint-Germain. All this whole game for me right now is literally priming against Paris Saint-Germain. Setting up our squad, making sure the legs are still moving so we don't go into that game cold. That's key for me. I don't want our boys to be over-rested, and that way when they do get into the Paris Saint-Germain game, guess what? They're up shit creek. Last thing I want. Oh my God, my phone's going off. Yeah? Last thing I want. Urian Timber's got to get minutes. Correct me if I am wrong, but Urian Timber needs minutes. If he doesn't get those minutes, the chances of him playing against Paris Saint-Germain are slim to fucking none. And then we're stuck with fucking we're stuck with Mosquera on the right, and I'll tell you now, it is shit if he starts against Paris Saint-Germain. We are fucked on that right-hand side. What can I say? Seriously. There's players that need minutes. There are players that need minutes in this game. Palace are going to come in hard. We can't afford the injuries. Martin Zubamendi, there's a shout out for Zubamendi in this game. There is. Norgard Zubamendi midfield, fair enough. Zubamendi can play the 8, Norgard plays the 6. I think I could live with that. I could fucking live with that. Because at the end of the day, if we don't go in there smart, if we go in there in the manner that, oh, look, we got to win this game, you know what can happen? We could win this game. Yeah, cool story. But if any one of our starting line players picks up a fucking a niggle or something, we're fucked against Paris Saint-Germain. We need to be able to go out there with a full squad primed, ready to rumble. Now, our boys are going to be through the fucking roof now. Confidence levels fucking here. And it's fucking awesome. Champions of the Premier League, 22 fucking years, done, dusted. This game here, got to be smart about what we use it for. We don't need to prove anything more in the Prem. We don't. No point for it. Honestly believe that we've done what we've done the business. That's over and done with. And guys, if you're watching, do me a favor, hit the likes for me, get it out there, turn the notification bell on. I know this is early in the UK. I know everyone is from the UK. I'm sorry, guys, but it's a last minute FC thing. It's like 6:30 at night here. And if I didn't do this, it wasn't going to happen. I thought, you know what? I'll do it. I want to come out here and at least chit chat a little bit about what I think the importance of this game is against Crystal Palace for Arsenal, not for Palace. We need to approach this game very level-headed. We need to be very smart about the way we move forward. We've got to understand that, yes, that Champions League game is massive. This game is big too, but it's big in regards to making sure that certain players can get minutes under their belt that have been sort of, how can I say, snubbed. Some players protected, some players have been rested, some players have just been, see you later. Norgard's one of those. Norgard might come in handy against PSG. He might. Kai Havertz is another player I don't rate highly, but he does get the business done, and I think he needs minutes as much as Gyökeres. I think both these players need minutes before they play against Paris Saint-Germain. I'd like to start with Gyökeres. It's going to be a harder game for him because the squad that we're going to have up front won't be high-end. You know, he'll have Martinelli and maybe Dalman on the right-hand side, or Madueke. It's not bad. But Ødegaard behind him, because I do not see Ødegaard as our out-and-out number 10 anymore. I don't see it. In this thumbnail, you see one number 10 for me. Once upon a time, a Palace player. Now he's an Arsenal player. And he's the man that's going to be playing 10 for us against Paris Saint-Germain. It cannot be Ødegaard. Throw Ødegaard in as an 8. I don't give a shit. But in this game, by all means, throw him in as a 10. I couldn't care less. Zubamendi can play the 8. Norgard can play the 6. Let's rest Declan Rice. Bench him. Bench him. Marley Salmon is another player that needs minutes, boys. Another player that needs minutes. Why not? What have we got to lose? Points? Don't matter. It doesn't matter. We need to get in and out of Selhurst Park with no injuries. That's all I want in this game. Now, if anyone else thinks that, hey, this is an important game and yada, yada, I get it. I can understand that perspective that you need to go in and play every game like it's the end of the world. But the season's done. It's over. The only good thing about this game is just, we all know where the trophy's going. Done, dusted, right? That's about it. We got to get into party mode, lads. Party mode is what it's all about, you know what I mean? Yeah, fuck that. We've got Crystal Palace fucking sitting there thinking to themselves they get 3 points. Who knows? They get 3 points because this is like, I'm looking at, now I'm going to look at what the fuck is the go at the bottom of the table. You've got Spurs right now who have left it to the last flipping game of the season, right? The last game of the season. If you haven't, like, share, and subscribe. Tell me what you think about what defensive line you'd go for, what midfield you'd go for, what strike force. Now I'm going to get into Spurs. I know it's got nothing to do with it, but I might as well fuck it. I'll do what I want. My show, yeah? Spurs have left their relegation battle to the last game of the season. Fucking awesome. Yeah, cool story. Well done. You guys are fucking awesome. Mate, Amazon, Netflix, Spurs are guaranteed to get you views on a show, and fucking it's going to be exciting as fuck. Spurs right now, they're playing Leeds. Now look at this shit. If Leeds decide, actually, no. My God. Spurs are playing Everton. My bad. Spurs are playing Everton at home. Spurs' record at home has been abysmal. Absolutely horrible. Everton, not really good record. Haven't had a really good record against Spurs. But let me just break this down. If Spurs lose to Everton, now if they can muster a point, they're safe. But if they lose to Everton, they lose. They capitulate to Everton. And Leeds fuck up to West Ham. Spurs could still be relegated this season, and it could be all for them. The top of the league, the top of the Premier League's been decided. The relegation battle hasn't. Now, Crystal Palace here, they get 3 points against Arsenal, takes them to 48. Leeds drop points, Palace go to 14th. It's a bit more money for them. That's the importance for them. They need these 3. Last game of the season, 3 more points, maybe jump up a little bit, get themselves a little bit more cash before the end of the season, right at the end of the season, to help them in the transfer window coming next season. Yeah? So they're going to go into this game with a little bit more fire in their belly. We need to go into this game being smart about our football, understanding that the business that needs to be done is against Paris Saint-Germain, and the business that we need to take care of is making sure that some of the legs that we have that haven't been on the pitch or are going to be on the pitch against Paris Saint-Germain get a little workout, but not too much. Trossard and Saka need to be in bubble wrap, in my opinion. These 2 players, you know what I mean? Gyökeres and Havertz should play. Mix. And I'm Yuri Timber is so key to our success against Paris Saint-Germain. I swear, if he doesn't get minutes in this game, it pretty much tells me that he's not going to play against PSG. And if he doesn't, guys, it's going to be a fucking horrible one against Paris Saint-Germain. Know what I mean? But hey, look, if you've made it this far, do me a favor. Bell notification, chuck it on. Score predictions for this game. Give me your score predictions, because I think, to be honest, if we go with the squad that I threw up there, yeah, we could go out of this game with a 1-1. No shit. I reckon with my makeshift squad, right? With my makeshift squad, we could play a 1-1 draw against Crystal Palace, and that'd be good enough for me. Absolutely good enough for me. Swear. I wouldn't want more than that. I wouldn't. But I still think that our back line right now needs to be changed up a bit. Just so we don't cop injuries. The Mr. Arsenal podcast in the building, saying morning my fellow champions. Good evening here, good morning over there. It's a funny one, you know what I mean, with the time difference. I know I started very early. Everyone's probably like, what the fuck is this Aussie doing this early? What early, man? It's fucking dark outside here, man. Scary settings, mate. Like Nightmare on Elm Street shit happening right now. I hope you're doing good, man. Hope you're doing good. Let me know what you think. I was chit-chatting about this and that and about what we should do with this lineup. And I still think that, and I keep going back to the defense, that I want Yuri and Timber to get minutes. I need Yuri and Timber to get minutes. On the left side, start Hincapié? Because I'm thinking we need to start one of our starting centre backs. We can't just go with a complete changed up defensive line. I think that's pretty much going, here you go, Palace. We don't give a shit. So I'm thinking either one of Gabriel or Saliba doesn't start this game. And I don't know. Like, what do you guys think? Like, who's out on this one? Now, let's just imagine that Urian Timber starts this game. So we've got our right back, right? Would you start a Calafiori or a Hincapié on the left? Right? For me, I'm saying Hincapié. That's all I'm saying. In the center of the park, what do we do there? Mosquera will be on the bench. Mosquera plays very well as a right centre back. He can still do a right centre back job. Don't get me wrong, he's better on left, but he can play right centre back. He can do it. So I'm saying we rest Saliba, throw Gabriel beside Mosquera. That's our back line. And then when we decide that, Timber's done his 45 minutes of fame and we say, mate, all good, bubble wrap time, we can then, right then and there, say, okay, Mosquera shifts to a right back position. Hear me on this and correct me if I'm wrong. Tell me what you guys think in the comments, right? Mosquera goes right back. Yeah. Marley Salmon beside Gabriel. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. Because the back line needs a bit of time, right? A little bit of a rest. Easy peasy. And you know what? It is what it is. That's what I think our back line should be. Would anyone start Kepa in this game? Who would start Kepa in this one? All right. Show of hands. I'm not even going to do a poll. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Does Kepa start this game? Right? And Raya just goes, yeah, no, I'll just watch from the sidelines. You know what I mean? Or does Raya go into this game to try and save us? Right? Because there's going to be a lot of shot stopping if we go with that back line. Because, again, Crystal Palace are going for something. Tell me what you guys think. Because that's my vibes. My vibes are it's between two keepers. I don't want Kepa in between the sticks because the guy just, I don't know, my confidence with him is not there. But I can understand if anyone comes to an argument and says, you know what, Ray has played a lot of games. Let's throw this one at Kepa and say, you know what, Merry Christmas. You know? And I think it would be good because I don't know if he's played enough games to get his medal. So maybe that's another one. Right? I don't know. You guys tell me. Because right now I'm like, yeah, whatever, right? I'm not, nah, right? The middle of the park, again, is it a Norgard game? Is this a game for Mr. Norgard? Tell me. I think he deserves some minutes. I think he does. I think Declan Rice definitely deserves to kick back on this one. I think Declan Rice is another player we need against Paris Saint-Germain. We need him fit. I know there's some time. I know there is. I still think Declan Rice does not need to start this game. Right? In the right back position or the DM role. I think Norgard can do the business. Does Norgard start in this game? I think yes. My opinion, it's a Norgard game. It is 100% Nor bloody guard not interested in Declan Rice being on the pitch game. The 8, I still think Skelly. But I reckon Zubamendi's going to start in this game. I reckon Zubs is going to be the 8. Zubs has to be the 8. Because this guy's gone MI bro. Right? He's been fucking horrible for a while, and now his head is like, fuck, right? His head's out of it. BX Gunner in the building saying trophy day. Yeah, so yeah, 100%. 100%, bro. This is just a presentation FC game, yeah? We're just going there, collecting our shit. But what I'm trying to say is, we still got a game to play. Right? We still got a fucking game to play. BX, tell me something. We can't go full strength on this. And I still think we need Timber to get minutes. Tell me what you think. But yes, we will be collecting something very damn special at the end of this fucking game. And you know what that's going to be? Something that we haven't fucking been able to collect for 22 damn years. And finally, it's done. 22 fucking years. Like, you look at the kits I got back here. I got kits, man. I got kits. I got kits from the 90s that are just sitting there. 22 years, and we're going to get this done and dusted, over and done with. See ya and later. But we need to get in and out of Selhurst Park without any injuries or any drama or any problems. I didn't care about cards. I couldn't give a fuck. But I just don't need any injuries in this fucking game, man. I just can't afford it. Marion Watson, big up, man. Big up. Still sinking in. Tell me about it, yeah? Fucking you. Man, I was talking to a fellow YouTuber, who might not be anymore, but Prince Fuad. Yeah, and was like, he was saying to me, he goes, Aussie, he goes, it still hasn't sunk in. We've won the league. Because every season it's like, oh, we're going to try and win the league. We're going to try and win. We've fucking done it. Now it's like, yeah. Yeah, we actually have done it. No shit. It's a hard one to grasp, right? It is. But it's done early, right? Now tell me what you think. Guys in the chat, guys that are watching this, tell me in the chat, what should our back line look like? Tell me. Tell me what you think. Who do you think? Who would you want in the back four? Who would you want in between the sticks? Let's play this game. Let's fuck around. Let's fuck around. Because that's what we're going to do. We're just going to fuck around. Coffee time. What is it? 6:30 at night. Double shot mocha. Good times. Going to go to sleep? Probably. Excess coffee. Guys, excess coffee is decent. And you know what? They use great coffee. I'm not selling, I'm not pitching, but they've just changed their lids. Their lids is to crack. They don't crack anymore. Big up Access Coffee in Aussie. Big fucking up. I'm telling you. BX Gunner back in the building. He says, you know what we should do? We should treat this like a preseason match against some MLS team. Easy peasy. So you're saying we go weak? You're saying we go weak, my man. Tell me something, BX. Marion, tell me something. What does your backline look like? We got fucking players, boys, but what do you want to do? What do you guys want to do, lads? Big up for jumping in. Remember, like, share, and subscribe. If you haven't liked the thing, like the thing. Bell notification, you got to turn that on. Subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit that. I'm trying to hit that 2K. I am. I know I've been MIA, but I'm here today. Know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean, lads? What do we got going on? BX Gunner saying, I'm still numb. And it really hasn't sunk in yet because we won it on a Tuesday. I know, yeah. We won it and we didn't even kick a ball. That's the thing. And that's why it's weird. But I'd rather that way than to be sitting here now walking on eggshells against Palace at Selhurst Park. Fuck that. Fuck that. Guys, you know they're going to get paid a little bit because Eze just won the Prem. They're going to get some cash. And you know what? They deserve it. Big up Crystal Palace. Big up. Telling you. Big up. Big up Palace, man. Fucking big up all of them, bro. BX says play unknowns and academy kids. Yeah, but who? I mean, you can't go completely unknown. Don't forget, we still got players that need minutes. And I'll keep screaming about Timber. Timber needs minutes and seconds. If he's fit. If he can play some minutes. Because we need him against PSG. Big time. Big time. Oh, no. We just need no injuries today. 100%. BX going to back into it. We need 0 injuries. We can't afford an injury or anything right now. None of our starting lineup players can be fucking injured in this game. Again, that's why I keep saying when we start looking at our team going out into the pitch, it's going to be, I believe we should go makeshift, and I'm pretty sure Mikel Arteta is going to get that right, but to a certain extent. And what is that extent? Tell me what you think. Escorge, I can't. Is that Escorge? Correct me if I'm wrong. Max Dowman to start tonight. Hopefully, my guy. Yes, 100%. Now I agree with that 100%. Earlier, I was saying I would start Dowman on the right hand side over Madueke. Because he needs the minutes, right? And you know what it is? He's got that I don't care factor. We need that against Paris Saint-Germain. You know what I mean? Just a different dynamic. So yes, I agree with that. Dowman to start in this game. In the chat, what do you guys think? Over Madueke too, right? 100%. The kid's on fire, man. He's got something to prove. And he just won the Prem. And he gets to play in the last game of the season at Selhurst. Come on, man. Imagine being a school kid, right? And you're playing in the last game of the season for Arsenal. Yeah. And you start and you're 16. Like, what the fuck? This guy's on cloud nine. BX Gunner back in the building. Says this game could have been a real shit show for us. Had City picked up max points against Bournemouth, but we're all good, 100%. If City had have done the business against Bournemouth, and Bournemouth ain't no easy team to play, because hey, we both know what happened we both know what happened with us. It would have been a different scenario right now. But you know what? It's wonderful that it's gone the way it has. I'm happy that we don't have to worry about what we do in this game, apart from picking the lineup that makes, let me be honest, that makes sense in regards to Paris Saint-Germain. Because let's be honest, boys, one injury, and I swear we're just going to do this. We'll all be scared. We're like, oh, shit. We can't afford it. Hell no. Oh, easy win. Ashley Spence is easy win. Yeah? All right. Yeah, but tell me, everyone in the chat, what is your starting midfield? All right, stuff the backs, because no one wants to chat about the centre backs, right? Oh, wait a minute. Someone does. Salmon should play too. Hell yeah. Defo. I think Marley Salmon could come on off the bench. I still think Timber could start a little bit if he's fit. Who's left back? Who's right back? Come on now. Tell me something. The girl Gaffer. First time catching you live. Big hello. Oh, thank you very much for jumping on. Cheers. Appreciate that. Yeah, look, you know what? I'm unco with my times, yeah? If that bell notification is on, you will know straight off the bat. Most of the time, let me tell everyone in the chat, I just throw something out there on Instagram. I tell a few people and then I'm live. And that's it. You know what I mean? It's last minute FC settings over here. You know, it's like 6:40 at night in Aussie. And I want to chat Crystal Palace just before the game, lads. You know what I mean? Just before the game. Thank you very much for jumping on. If you guys have turned on your bell notification, good on you. If you have liked this so far, I'd appreciate that. I swear. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Who plays in the midfield? Norgard? Does Norgard start? Come on. Does Norgard start in this game? Who are your three midfielders? Tell me something. BX Gunner back. He's not mucking around. This is the first Arsenal title in YouTube era. Massive accomplishment. Ah, shit. Facts. That's massive. Don't forget, this is the biggest. Well, this is the first Premier League title in the Emirates era as well. But that is fact. That is a fact right there. We got the youngest player to score a goal in the Premier League this season. We broke the Emirates hoodoo and this one. We're looking all right. But who starts the midfield? Who starts? It's almost 5 a.m. and I just walked in from work, and Stevie's like, what do you want me to do, bruh? What do you want me to do? Like, I swear, bruh. Like, look, BX, the time differences and shit, it's all over. Anyone watching this back, you know what time it is? You know what time the game kicks off in Aussie? 1 a.m. 1 a.m. is when the game kicks off here in Aussie. No shit. The time difference is a bitch. But you know what? You do what you got to do, support your club. You know? The Bournemouth game against City, I was on my way to work and listening to that on my car stereo, Bluetooth and all that. I'm telling you, old school settings, with the radio and shit. Can't see nothing. Not supposed to be looking at your phone when you drive. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, I'm honestly, I think I agree with the chat. I think anyone that's watching this back would agree with me in regards to this game being a bit more of maybe an easy breezy, whatever happens. But we just got to be smart about who starts this game. The chat was Max Down on the start and Marley Salmon to get minutes, and I could agree with that. I could definitely agree with Marley Salmon getting minutes in this game. Definitely want Dalman to start in this game, 100%. I also want Norgard to start in this game. I also want Zubamendi to start in this game because I think Zubamendi has been missing in action for too long, and he has a role to play at Arsenal. He does, 100%. I think he has to play. It's the last game of the season. There's no pressure whatsoever. Kai Havertz, you know what I mean? Kai Havertz, all right. Kai Havertz gets 40 minutes, 45. Gyökeres gets 45. And you know what? And you know what? They got their legs. Their legs are moving. You know what I mean? Their legs are moving. That's about it. Jesus and Dalman, Sego Junior up front. BX, come on now. You're starting Jesus. You know what? The only reason why I wouldn't is because I would love Gyökeres to score and go into that Paris Saint-Germain game with a goal at the end of the season, just for confidence, just so he can go in there hungry. That's the only reason I wouldn't start Jesus. I'm not saying that I wouldn't throw him into the game. No, I mean, not saying that. I'm just saying that I wouldn't start him because I need Kai Havertz to get some minutes and I need Gyökeres to get some minutes just for PSG. But I can see where you're coming from on throwing Jesus out there. There's also links of Jesus going bye-bye. Apparently, AC Milan are thinking about him. Who knows? Maybe he'll go to AC Milan. Heard Trossard might be going to Turkish league. That one was from the football takeover. Bobby was saying it. Maybe could happen. But hey, Marley Salmon to get some minutes. I still think my lineup, I'm telling you, my lineup would be, honestly, a weakened team, 100%. BX coming back. Raya chasing one last clean sheet. Now, that's the thing. Raya to start in this game, but not with the starting lineup back four. So that clean sheet's going to be hard work. Very hard work. You can't start the whole back line. Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, and Mosquera. No. Hell no. I wouldn't. It'd be too risque. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if Raya's in between the sticks, we've got a chance at this game maybe getting a draw. But let me tell you something. I honestly think that if we do put Raya back there, our back line with a Gabriel, a Hincapié, Timber, and a Mosquera looks pretty good. And Marley Salmon to come in second half or whatever. Because second half, I think Timber could have to come off the pitch for Mosquera to play right back. And then Marley can sit there next to Gabriel. Couldn't care less. Hincapié can then be shifted to the centre back role. You can throw Calafiori in there. Gabriel gets off the pitch. Is what it is, you know what I mean? Yeah. Something like that. That way we don't, destroy our players. Can't have that. Can't have it. What do we have here at Shad Manu? Sorry, I can't pronounce the whole thing, but big up yourself for the comment. Imagine if we sign Alvarez next season. Yeah, bro. Can play both striker and down the wing. Very Arteta-esque profile player. Yeah, right. I know what you're saying because he can play two positions. And you know what? I wouldn't mind Alvarez on the left-hand side. I wouldn't mind Alvarez anyway. Our left-hand side, striker, right-hand side if he wants. I couldn't care less. Alvarez is fucking golden, bro. And a player who's been in the Prem previously, right? So he's done some business here. And I do believe the style of football we're going to play will change. It's not going to be as attacking as it once was, but it's not going to be as defensive as it is now. So yeah, it's a good shout on Alvarez. I'd love to have him at Arsenal. Do we have the money? Yes. Do we have the pull? Fuck yes. We win the Champions League. Damn, we got the fucking pull for this club. Right now we do though. With the Premier League done and dusted early, teams are looking at us. Young players are looking at us. Look at our squad. It's a lot of young players in it. We have built a team for the future. So it's exciting. It's good times. It's good times to be an Arsenal fan. No, I mean, I don't mind it. No, Prem's done. It's all good. It's all good. What do we got here? Shady Man comes back and says the only issue apparently is his missus hated English weather, which is why he moved away from City in the first place. Yeah, there was this guy called Gyökeres, right? His missus didn't want to come down to London either. But he pretty much said, "Love, you can stay and I'll go." I reckon, to be perfectly honest, if you're going to be playing football in regards to your surroundings, not about the team you're at, I don't know. But you know what? He doesn't come to Arsenal, it ain't the end of the world. He does come to Arsenal, it'll be the end of the world. He comes to Arsenal, man, that'll complete our front end. Big time. We'd be laughing. Definitely laughing. Because I know another midfielder will be coming in, 100%. Right? 100% will be getting another midfielder. A winger has to come in, so an attacker will be coming in. Our right back will be coming in because we all know Ben White's done. So Ben White's gone. It's finished. That is done, right? So we got some players coming in. Yeah. BX Gunner says, I think Alvarez goes to Barca. That's a shout. That is definitely a shout. Again, with my man's previous comment, what did he say? The weather would suit. His missus would be happy. You know what I mean? I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand you got to do what you got to do for your relationship and all that, but sometimes you got to think about where your career is and where your missus is and how that works. You can't have too much power one way or the other. You got to think about what you're doing. You got to know where you want to be and what you want to do. And that's what I think. Honestly, got to be smart about things. And if Alvarez wants Barca, that is not a bad move. That is a fucking good move for him. Arsenal would be better for us and him. I don't know. I think he has to come over. The girl Gaffer back in the building. It says, I think we need more than one Prem to get the pool that we want because let's be real, one major in 6 years ain't as attractive as we think. Now, that's a good point. That is a good point. But if you think about it, Arsene Wenger went on a bit of a streak for a long time before, I think, what was it till about, I think it was 4 years before he won it was a 4-year stint or 3-year stint before he got his Prem. Now, I understand what you're saying that we'd have to be a little bit more successful to get that pull, 100%, 100%. But looking at it from distance, you think this team's been in the mix for how many years? Second here, second there, second here, second there. Always been in the mix, and it's a young squad. It's a young squad. It's only going to get better from here. It's built. The foundation is there. Obviously, the support is there, right? So I think, we don't have the pull of the bigger teams, like Manchester City come knocking on the door. I can still see players going over there, or do they? With no Pep Guardiola and not knowing what's going to be happening next, Maresca in the background, you never know. I think if in England right now, we're the most stable option. Yes. If you look at it from a distance, Arsenal Football Club right now is the most stable club for a new player to go into. The management's been here for long enough. The players have been here for a while now. They're a young squad. The team has got money. The club is owned by billionaires. I don't know, right? Think of it that way. That's maybe we still got some pull. Know what I mean? No? Yeah, I don't know. Apparently, Livramento to Arsenal is done and dusted. I've been hearing Livramento to Arsenal. And you know what? I would take him. I would take Livramento. I'm not saying he's the best in the world, but right now, he can play either end. He can play left back as well. I wouldn't, but he can. So apparently, from what I'm hearing, it is a move that's going to be happening, and it's going to be, I think Ben White isn't going to be someone who goes early. I think Ben White will take a bit of time, but I think we don't need Ben White to go for Livramento to come in. So I think Ben White will be out, and I think some teams are going to want him. He's not a bad defender. I just don't think he fits he doesn't fit for Arsenal anymore. So Livramento to Arsenal. I've been hearing the same exact thing, that he is on his way, man. And what do you think of that? I don't mind it. I like it. Golgaffa says, if we win the champs, then we can surely be cooking. Oh, hell yeah. We win the Champions League, then the door is open for anyone and everyone. But it doesn't necessarily mean we can't get high-end players without it. I still believe that, right? Top end buzz in the building. Guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Bell notification on, because I'm unco this show. You know what I mean, bro? You never know when I'm going to be on. Please do me a favor. Road to 2K. It's on. Trying to get there. Help me out a bit. Man City have no pull without Pep. I agree. I think without Pep Guardiola, they do look somewhat unstable. They are a strong team. They have got strong players. But there's a little bit of Arnie Slot vibe. He did come to Liverpool. He did win the Prem, but then when he started to do his own thing, it all went to shit. Now, Maresca, really? How did he go? Not well previously. Now he's coming in. Things are going to change. Players there understand that things are going to change. Is it going to suit the players? Is it not going to suit the players? And players coming in, do you get me? So it's a bit shaky, right? I don't know. I'm not, I don't know. Without Pep, it's a bit weird, right? Straight Cannon, 1983, big up Aussie Gooner. Now we must upgrade the attack. Get rid of Martinelli, Madueke, Jesus, Trossard, 29. Come on, you Gunners. Look, I think Madueke won't go anywhere because he's only just been signed. Jesus, 100%. Martinelli, I would take money for him. I would take money in a heartbeat. And Trossard, I believe, will be gone too. I'm hearing Trossard might be going to Turkcell. I'm hearing that. I'm hearing Jesus to AC Milan. I'm hearing that. Madueke, I'm hearing he's staying. What do you do? And Martinelli, look, he hasn't had the best season, but I'd take money for him now. But then you have to understand that that means we have to get ourselves at least two options for that left-hand side. We do, because we can't be short. We can't go and get ourselves an out-and-out attacker, not a left winger maybe, because I've been hearing that as well, Bobby. I've been listening to you, that if we do get a player who can play on the left-hand side, we do need a player that can play on the left side. That makes sense. We can't just we can't just band-aid over it and hope and pray that it's going to work. Tell me what you guys think. Norgard to start? Tell me what you think. I'd throw the kitchen sick at Bournemouth for Crippier. Oh, man, he's decent. And that Ryan at Bournemouth. Tell me what you guys think. What do you guys think of Ryan? He is awesome, that kid. And strike while the iron is hot. Yeah, he'd walk into Arsenal and a bona fide legend after scoring against City to give us that title. I think so. He's decent, but I don't think he's of the quality we need. I think he'd be good as a backup to an Alvarez on the left-hand side. 100%. I would do that all day. But to start, nah. What I want now is we need to sign quality. We signed Victor Gyökeres and people kept on talking about him. He's up there in the goals, yeah. He's done well this season, about 20. And we made the right move at that time. We need to make the right move when it comes to the left wing when this is all said and done. And a player like Alvarez who can play the left wing would be great. Crippier could be great to come off the bench for him. Imagine that. And Dowman on the right-hand side and Madueke as an option. And maybe Kai Havertz, not next season, the season after goes. We got some moves to make. Michael in the building says we need a creative left winger. Look, now that's a good shout. But I believe we've got a creative right winger and we've got too much creativity on the right side with Madueke and Saka. I would like a left winger who cuts in and is more direct. Somewhat a little bit more like Alexis Sanchez. I want it to be two-dimensional on our wings. What do you think? Would you rather a more direct left winger, right? A player who likes to cut in on his right-hand side and take the ball into the box and have a crack, Sanchez style? Because I don't know, I'm a little bit, ball into the box, and Victor Gyökeres is not that kind of a player for a header. Havertz is. Gyökeres not as much. Do you get me? So I think the creative style of player he still can be is a player that likes to cut in early, take on his man, square up for a shot, or pass off and then run on. So that's the kind of winger I'm looking for. Shady says to me, Livramento is a solid player. Guys, what do you guys think? Livramento? I think he is. I have to agree. But he's injury prone, similar to White. I don't know how much of the problem it solves for us. Yeah, that's a shout. It's a shout. But don't forget, he won't be starting for Arsenal. He won't be the starting line. He won't be the first choice. So maybe with less games, that injury crisis, injury situation that he's been facing, over the last couple of seasons, might not come into the mix as much as Ben White. Because if we look at Ben White, this guy, he isn't a starting choice player. When he gets 3 or 4 games, he's out. So I really think that it does band-aid the situation, but it's a better option than Ben White. And I think it's cost-effective too. I don't know. BX Gunner says, I'd go for Munoz at Palace for right back. Yeah, but you know what? That's a hard sell. That would be a hard sell. Like, you know what? That's a good shout. Bear with me. What's he worth, guys? Let me see. What is he worth? What is he worth? I don't think he's worth too much. But I don't know if he's going to want to come and play second fiddle. Tell me what you guys think. What's he worth? Bear with me. Don't tell me that. Why when you accidentally click the wrong button, people, and transfer market doesn't open and something else opens? I just did it. Fucking great. No, I'll continue to do it for nothing. 27 million euro. Crystal Palace are not going to want 27 million from us. That 27 million euro sounds more like 40 million pound, 40 to 45 million pound all day. 40 to 45 million. You wouldn't see it for less than that. What do you want to play second fiddle, though? He's decent. He is decent. What do you guys think? I'd still take Livramento. BX Gunner comes back and says, I like Krupi, Ryan, Tavernier, Tyler Adams, all good players. Tavernier's been a bit of a bastard to us before. Krupi and Ryan, for me, would be two players I'd love to have at Arsenal. Both of them. Both. I think Ryan in that midfield, shit. He was a boss in that midfield. Solid player. He'd be great. He'd be great. I mean, we got players like Myers, Lewis, Skelly, and this and that, but why not strengthen that midfield, man? Arsenal looking for younger players. That's the kind of player we're looking for. We're not looking for the aged, fine wine guys. Stuff that, you know what I mean? We ain't looking to do scotch. We're looking to go young, you know what I mean, lads? What do we got here? Michael says to me, thoughts on Alvarez links? Look, I like the Alvarez links. Alvarez can play the left. I'd love Alvarez to come to Arsenal. I think he'd strengthen us all day. I think we can't go wrong with that kind of a signing. I just don't know how achievable it is. You know, Alvarez probably want to play more central. It's not going to be something he can do with Gyökeres there. He's going to have to play that left wing. And you know what? He could do it. But it's only if he wants to. But I would take Alvarez on the left side because Alvarez could do that Sanchez business that we used to have all day. He could be that version of the left winger that we want. Straight Cannon 1983 says Alvarez, Bacola, keep Martinelli for pace. And when defenders are knackered. Yeah, Bacola's a good shout. Yeah, you could do that. But that would be the backup. And that would be your two wingers. And that would be it. So Krupi you couldn't get. It would be Bacola and Alvarez. And that's a good shout too. Man, all these players are out there on the left-hand side. I would take your suggestions in the chat are killing me. This is FIFA settings. I want every single player that you guys are suggesting right now. But I don't know. I'm looking at Krupi and I'm looking at Barcola and I'm thinking Barcola's doable. Alvarez is going to be hard business. But if we can get that done, we got Berta. Berta can make magic happen. And I'll give Berta credit because he was able to get the players that we needed this season to get over the line. The Eze move, the Gyökeres move is all him. And we got the right players in at the right time. You know what I mean? That's I got to give that man credit. Gunarican TV, big up. Sounds like you got yourself a channel. And guys, if you haven't, check his channel out. First time here, big up my guy. I will definitely go out and I will subscribe to your channel because it's all love, love, love. Guys, please, bell notification, hit the likes for me. Jump out of the chat, hit the likes and jump back in again. Hopefully we can get more people viewing. I'm going to try to be a little bit more and on point. And I will be doing transfer window stuff as soon as the season's over and there is more news about transfers because I'm not too bad at that. I'll do what I think should come in and I'll do what looks like is coming in. Sometimes a bit scary. But big up, my guy. Thank you for joining us. Really appreciate that. You know what I mean, man? What time is it at your play? Flash in a pan. No Chelsea players, please. Only reason I gripe with Arteta. You know what? Me too. This Chelsea thing, shit. But let's be honest, Kai Havertz hasn't been the best or worst signing. You know what I mean? He hasn't been the worst. I'm not a Kai Havertz fan. I fucking hate him. When he came in, I was like, you better prove something. He has played better. Is he worth the money? No. I think Jesus is the biggest bomb that we've ever signed. He's just horrible. But yeah, I don't want no more Chelsea players. And you know what? I know why you're saying it because they're going to be clearing out Deadwood. I swear. Oh, Flash to prepare yourself for Garnacho and Gittins. No. And I agree with that. No. There'll be none of that. Boys, none of that. Hell no. No way. Hell no. To that point, why were Nani and Saka both selected for England? To give all Arsenal fans heart attacks. I would have loved for Saka to miss out on England. But it's not going to happen because the damn guy is just gun. And Nani gives you a different characteristic of winger. He's that guy who can drag defenders out and create something out of nothing. Now, look, I'm not saying he's the best player in the world, but if we start playing with a bit more tenacity going forward, a bit more speed, a bit more directness, you watch next season, Nani's going to do business, but we just can't play this slow-mo football that we've been playing. It just don't work. You know, it doesn't. Martinelli would do a lot better with a bit of speed when it comes to the way we transition, and that's the same for Gyökeres. He's done very well to play and score the goals that he has in this, well, haram football that we play. No, I mean. So yeah. It Gunarican TV says he's in the UK and it's 10 a.m. 10 a.m. your way? 7 o'clock at night my way, man. 7 o'clock my way. You know what? Are you having a coffee? Because I am. Having an excess coffee. Campos coffee. 4 shots. That's the stuff. I swear that's the stuff. All day. Straight counter 1983. Aussie Gunner. Would you take Lavia? I know he's injury prone. No. No. No, no, no. Decent player, but the injury proneness, Lavia screams Diaby. Now, this shows my age. Diaby was a midfielder that could have been the next Vieira, but the injuries got him. Lavia looks to be that midfielder, that same characteristic, and I can't do it. I can't. No, I'd take Ryan. I'd take Ryan all day, all day. I would take shit, and I've sung his praises for a while at Aston Villa. No, you know what? You know what I'd do? What does everyone think of Gumaresh? What do you guys think? Would you? Would you? Would you? Hmm? Would you? BX Gunner says, we're collecting a big shiny trophy today. Bring out the fine china. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the security. And the security. And the security all day. All day. What we got here? We got the Klein Handler. Big up. Thanks for joining us. If you haven't, please, notification bell on. If you could, my guy, hit the likes. Guys, please hit the likes. Please hit the likes. Eze definitely our best signing this year, right? Eze and I think Eze and Gyökeres really filled in the gaps that we had. Now, it took a while for Eze to play the kind of football that we wanted, but damn, he's dangerous, isn't he? If it's not a pass, it's a crack. And, I mean, the goals that Eze has scored for us this season, every single cent that we paid for him, 100% worth it. And the 10 extra million that we have to pay Crystal Palace all day, every day, just take it. Take it. Take it. Great player. We've needed an attacking midfielder for quite some time because Martin Odegaard does not fit the dynamic. I think Odegaard is an actual 8. That's all he is. I don't think he's a 10. And if he is a 10, he's not a 10 in the Premier League. He's a 10 in Germany, but not here. In Germany, yes. Here, no. Because I think he is struggling because of pace and physicality. And I think sometimes when he's supposed to be playing a ball and he's supposed to be taking on a man, he's playing a sideways ball or a ball backwards. And that is costing us. Whereas Eze takes on his man and he's happy to go 1-on-1 and to see what he's got. Know what I mean, boys? Flash in the Pan says that Reyes 9 jersey emotional. Wish they'd pay him tribute today, bro. That kit, and you know what I mean? Like that kit, I remember when I was getting it and I was like, I got to get a Reyes one. I have to do Reyes. Reyes was just, not only is, he wasn't around for a long time, but you know what? It's much love. Reyes was an important part of our history, and it's unfortunate, how it all worked out. And in football, it's tragic. Liverpool have had their issues, last season, unfortunately. But Reyes, yeah, man. I hope they do pay him tribute, man. Great player. Great player. BX Gunner said, shit, I've been waiting 21 years and can't really fathom we're actually champions. Shit is peak right now. It's 5 a.m. and I'm drinking Modelo and with a spliff celebrating early. Dude, it's 7 at night. I got to get some sleep and I'm drinking a 4-shot mocha. 4 shots. Just to get, just for the flavor. Know what I mean, bruh? The client analyst said, do we keep Zubimendi? He's not an attacking midfielder. We can do better. No, Zubimendi ain't no attacking mid. He's a 6'8" characteristic, more of an 8. Zubimendi won't go next season. No way. We need to get his stock price back up again. But I think this is where Declan Rice, who I've always said is a 6, I've always said it, has now taken the number 6 jersey and said it's mine. I don't play right back. Don't do that shit again, Mikel. That number 2 shit, never again. I think Zubimendi needs to understand that he is an 8, and Arteta understands that he's an 8. I think Miles Lewis-Skelly and Zubimendi are playing for the 8, and so is Martin Odegaard. I think the 8 is stacked. I think the number 8 position is stacked. I think the number 6 position isn't. I think that's where Norgard is there, but we don't have rule out and out 6s apart from Declan Rice. Zubimendi can play it, but he doesn't. He gets played sometimes. I think I think Erdegaard's an 8. I think Miles Lewis Skelly, wow, right? Yeah, left back and 8. And then we've also got, don't forget, Erdegaard, who I believe is an 8, who can play 10. Who can play 10, but not great. It's not a bad position to be in. Then you've got Eze, who is an out and out 10. Yes, he can play on the wing, but he's an out and out 10. So I like that. I like where we're at. It's a good position to be in. We just need that out and out left wing that I've been screaming about for 3 years. 3 years behind closed doors, I've been screaming about it. Over a striker, and I'll say that. Over a striker. Straight Cannon says Bruno G, Declan Rice, and Eze, not bad. All day. You agree? I do. I love that. Swear to God. Imagine that. Gumaresh, Declan Rice, Eze. Shut the gates. Huh? What do you guys think? And it's doable because Newcastle, it's not looking good, bruv. Not looking good. I got to scroll down one page to see where Newcastle's at. Know what I mean? Anthony Gordon. Just going to put it out there. Not saying I would. Not saying I wouldn't. Dowman is an attacking midfielder. Yeah. Yeah. But I think he can play as an attacking midfielder. I also think he can be effective as a winger. I think he's 16 and you can mold him, right, to play either or. You know what I mean? He's got that pace in him. He's a direct kind of player as well. You know, he likes to cut in. I don't know. I think, to be honest, he's an awesome player, an awesome prospect, and the future looks bright for Arsenal and Max Dowman. What do you guys think? Does he start in this game? Max Dowman start against Crystal Palace. What do you guys think? I honestly think that Max Dowman starts against Palace. He has to. I think everyone else is thinking the same thing. I swear to God. Because right now, I'm telling you now, boys, Dowman, fuck. How many fucking players right now, in the youth squad right now would love to be Max Dowman right now? Just film in Greeley. Here we go. Just film in Greeley. Just film in Greeley. Or really. People seem to forget this is Glock's first season with us and he can only go up from here. That's a fact. It is his first season. He scored 20. And he's playing a style of football that doesn't suit him. He's a kind of foot player who likes the ball to drop in front of him, like an Aubameyang. Aubameyang would struggle with this kind of football, just like he did. Just like he did. He's a striker who wants to run onto the ball. Martinelli's a kind of player, very much a player like that. But he's still been able to get them goals. So big up, you 100%. He will get better because we will change our style. We will. You'll see a little bit. Zubimendi is like Torreira 2.0. Yeah, I've got that vibe. I'd agree a little bit. I think better than Torreira, but yeah, he's got it. He started off well, but as the season progressed, I think the physicality and fatigue levels, he just couldn't deal with it because he needs to do a lot more to be able to be effective because of his size, right? He's playing against big players in the Prem. Typing in all caps is a mad thing. Here we go. Gonna Rican TV. I've been to 5 matches this season. Big up, bro. Big up, man. That's mad. Every time I see Erdegaard, I want to punch myself in the bollocks. He's so frustrating. Dude, every time he would take a free kick, I'd be watching it with the boys and go, you think anyone going to be worried about this? I'm worried about it going out onto the friggin' road, boys. This ball is going to go into fucking orbit, right? And every time he pulls the trigger, on his favored left foot. What's so favored about it when the guy can't fucking get it on target? And when he does, the target is the keeper. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, shit. That's what I'm saying is an 8. Yeah, man. Eze gets those opportunities, man. He's banging the goals, bro. And Erdegaard on a free kick. How long were we giving him free kicks for? And he was fucking them, bro. He was horrible at free kicks. Horrible. Just filming really. Getting triggered by caps is even more of a mad thing. Here we go. Shits and gigs in the chat. Zub and Rice are the wrong midfield combo. If you want to shut down the midfield and you want a slow paced midfield, that would be it. Because they're too similar. Zubimendi is a kind of 8 who's like box to box, not going to get in, right? Not a Cazorla type. More, not even a Xhaka type, right? More of a Diaby type, but, he's just going end to end. Defend, supply, send the ball, track back, not interested in getting in the box. That's the kind of player he is. I think Gumaresh would suit. I think Miles Lewis-Skelly fits in the midfield very well. I think Erdegaard in the midfield beside Eze is not a bad shout. He'd have to muscle up a bit. But yeah, Zubimendi and Rice is something to slow the game down. It's like almost as bad as Norgard and Rice. But yeah, I can see that. Gunarican TV also says I have love for Reyes because he played for Arsenal and was also playing for my second team Sevilla when I started watching football bigger. Right. Look, Reyes, honestly, I remember when he came on to when he first started playing for Arsenal, I was like, where from, this and that. When I saw his profile, saw the kind of player he was, he scored a few goals for us. I was like, it's not too bad. But he played at a time where the quality of players around him, it's hard. It ain't easy to get in there. But he still managed to come in and make a difference. Big up, Reyes. BX Gunner, lucky I'm in a good mood. Here we go. Boys in the chat, list that, this and that. Relax yourselves, boys. We're champs. We're champs. I would buy Sesko from United and complete the forward universe for Mikel. Look, Sesko isn't a bad shout, but the thing is, we're not going to play with two up front. We're not. And I don't believe Sesko is going to be better than Gyökeres moving forward for Arsenal. I think Gyökeres is a better option for us. I think Sesko, if we did get him, we'd have to play like a 4-4-2. I don't know. Straight Cannon 1983 says Ghost Guard is a runner tracker, not a creator. 100% box to box, just grabs it, recovers, plays a pass, starts to play. He loves to go in deep to the defenders, pick up the ball on the other end of the park, pretty much in front of his defenders like a 6, and then play a ball forward. That is very much 8-ish. Now, don't get me wrong, Arsenal players do come back, strikers and everything, but it's very common for Erdegaard to track to the defenders, to collect the ball almost like a 6, to play a ball forward, right? And then there's no 10. When he's trying to play 10, it kills me. It fucking kills me, this guy. He's frustrating because he's an 8, right? But anyway. What you got? Here we go. Lads with the caps. Oh, lads, here we go. Here we go. This is a good shout. Why don't we play Norgard? He only has what to prove. That's what I was thinking. I think in this game, Norgard should start over Declan Rice. I think Miles Lewis-Skelly could start in this game as well. I think Zubimendi could start in this game in that 8 role, and Erdegaard should be the 10. Guys, let me know. Does a Norgard, Zubimendi, or Skelly midfield with an Erdegaard midfield, those 3, fit for this game? Would you guys be cool with that? Like Ben White this season, yeah, he's been tragic, bro. This season he's been horrible, bro. Horrible. True number 6, flash in the pan. Oh, yeah, all day. Yes, 100%. 100%. I'm just saying how we can be better. Is that in regards to Zubimendi? Please, I'm just trying to catch up. I'm the best with this. Here we go. Monk to tap. Big up for joining. Please hit the likes for me. Please consider subscribing. Eze will get his flowers today. Tell me about it. Yeah, he's probably going to get clapped onto the pitch by the Palace fans, and they're going to get 10 mil for him winning the league. Pretty good, right? And all that, and he gets his flowers. And I swear to God, what a player, right? What a play! If he plays in this game and scores, like I'd like him to just thank you very much and all that. You know what I mean? BX Gunner, thank you very much for throwing this out there. Kindly smash the likes and subscribe, please. Would very much appreciate it. Very much. Client Handler says next season is not a given. Look at Liverpool. Yeah, 100%. But look, I think what happened at Liverpool, and it's a very good point you've made here. And I'll be happy to discuss it. I think what's happened to Liverpool is the squad that was given to Slot by Jurgen Klopp was a quality 11. Even the bench was fair. They played the same style of football that they've been used to for quite some time under Klopp, with some slight changes. What happened the second season, Slot probably said, now's the time for them to start playing my style of football. He recruited the kind of players that he thought would fit perfectly in his system, and he changed up. And he did change them. I watched their wingbacks no longer overlapping. I was on Monster's channel, Big Sixpence, and I was screaming, you guys do not overlap run anymore. It was silly. And it was no support for Mohamed Salah. A lot of changes were made in regards to the style of football. Now, when we look at Arsenal, we're not changing. Our manager's not going to change his style that much. He's set in his ways. He's got nothing to prove. So I don't know. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but I think we've got a chance. Max must start today, 100%. 100%. Max starts. Love that. 100%. 100%. Rest the legs. 100%. 100%. Norgard, Zubamendi, Odegaard midfield. Tell me what you think. Klein Handler says, saw Down live, brilliant movement and pace, reminded me of Odegaard 2 years ago. He was something special, Odegaard 2 years ago. He just looks like he's lost so much weight, Odegaard. He just looks like he needs to go to the pub and get some food, bro. Swear, does anyone expect Palace to field a strong side? I do. Reason being is because they could jump up in the table if Leeds capitulate to West Ham. They go from 15th to 14th with a win over us, and that's money. I swear to God, swear. What do we got here? Ria Fag. Sorry, can't pronounce it, bro. I'm sorry. Says Jesus is going to leave. We need his replacement. Now look, Jesus has not had any game time at Arsenal, but he is holding a position, and that position is to play along the wings and or striker. Yes, he's leaving this season, and yes, we need to replace him. But him leaving wouldn't leave a big dent on Arsenal because he hasn't played. He's literally sitting there collecting 220 odd pound, if not more, a week. I think that what we should be trying to do is stack the left wing. And the chat earlier, if you haven't had a look, please check it out. Was discussions of Alvarez, Krupi from Bournemouth, Barcola. These are quality players that could come to Arsenal. I don't see why they couldn't to stack that left-hand side. That will be on the left. Down the middle of the park, well, if we do get Alvarez, you can play that position as well, my man. All day. All day. Thank you for jumping on. Thank you. Please, please, if you haven't, guys, if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. I know I keep saying it, but please, if you could, smash the likes and consider subscribing. The notification bell would do you a favor because I'm Last Minute FC. How do we fully utilize Rice? The client handler says, he's our best player, maybe our best midfielder in the Prem. Pretty sure. Mikel can do better in the way we set up around Rice. I think Rice has made that decision for Mikel. Sitting in the 6, he's looked so much better. I think Declan Rice is an out-and-out 6. I think if he plays in front of the defenders, we've got the best version of Declan Rice all day. I think that's where he sits. I think he needs a ball-playing number 8 in a Miles Lewis-Skelly, maybe a Martin Odegaard to be in front of him. So that way, as a 6 and 8, they can work well. He cannot have a Norgard there, right? A Zubamendi, yeah, he can play a pass, but you need someone a bit more physical. If Zubamendi was Santi Cazorla, we'd all be laughing, in my opinion. Looking at both players, now, who's turned out better bargain or performer, Odegaard or Buendia? Odegaard. In my opinion, Odegaard. I think Buendia has, right. I was fucking around. ATYJ1, can't pronounce it. I'm sorry. Again, guys, please, I'm sorry if I can't pronounce the names. Now, they need the UECL. I think even Glasner knows he's driven most of his key plays to the ground, so he'll rest a good few at least. You reckon they'll go ahead and just rest players against us? If they do, that'd be great. I don't mind an easy go at Palace. You know what? That's a fair shout. You're right. He might rest some key players. He might. You know, if he does, it does make it easier for us because I believe that, look, there is a bit more money to be made there, but there's a good shout. They do have bigger games and bigger fish to fry. Not bigger than us, but the meaning behind beating Arsenal now is just, it's a flex and a bit of money. Fuck Spurs, come on West Ham all day. I think every single Arsenal fan right now is in the mode that we need Leeds to do us a favor and to do the world a favor and save football by capitulating, right, to West Ham. Come on, you Irons, right? And we also need Everton to do what Everton do best and be assholes and really create a fucking nervy environment at New White Hart Lane or Shite Hart Lane. Because to be perfectly honest, Tottenham Hotspur have had the worst season when it comes to home games. They're fucking abysmal. So if we're lucky, imagine this. Arsenal win the Prem, go on to the Champions League final, Spurs get relegated, we win the champs. That will be something, a bit of banter that we could use till the end of time. It would be on Wikipedia on its own. I swear to God, it will be all day. BX Gunner, this is going to be a preseason match between both sides who won't go too serious, and I'm hoping that. But for me, I need to use these minutes to hopefully get minutes for players like Yuri and Timber, a few more minutes for Kai Havertz, a lot of minutes for Max Dowman. That's what I'm looking for. And that's what we need. I think that Yuri and Timber right now needs to at least get on the pitch 40 or 45 if he is to play against Paris Saint-Germain. If he doesn't play against Paris Saint-Germain, I'm not going to be too confident against PSG without him. I don't think I think we're too weak on that right side with Mosquera. Great defender, nothing going forward, and he gets caught out. Hasn't got the legs. Delia Jonathan, 1954. We need to buy new players for the right and left wing. Madueke is not dependable, and one more striker. Now that's a good shout. Earlier in the chat, in the discussion in this show, we were discussing the left wing. The left wing has been something I've been screaming about for 3 years, my guy. 3 years. The left-hand side is definitely something that will get sorted out. Trossard will be gone. I can see that happening. Madueke is not being utilized because we're not playing the kind of football that suits him or even suits Gyökeres. But it's a fair shout. I think Dowman is going to make he's going to make a lot of noise on that right-hand side for us next season, but we can't rely just on him. So if you look at the chat, my guy, and if you haven't already, like, share, and subscribe, my guy. Notification bell, do that for me, and I'll do something for you. We've been talking about Alvarez. We've been talking about Barcola. Now, Alvarez, if he was to come to Arsenal, could play the left-hand side. Barcola as his backup, or Croupier from Bournemouth. And I really want that Ryan guy from Bournemouth, man. Shit, he was decent, man. Quality players at Bournemouth, man. I'm telling you, it's hectic what they do. Lose a player, bang, get another one. Lose Semenya, what are you talking about? Watch this, Croupier comes in. They lose players and their recruitment is so awesome. Rice plays and stays in the mid-third when we attack. He's also a scorer. We saw that last season against Madrid in the UCLs, and given his few goals, he can be the De Bruyne of Arsenal. I don't think Rice, to be honest, needs to be better on the ball to be De Bruyne. De Bruyne was the kind of player who can take one or two players on and beat them with speed and trickery. Rice isn't that guy, in my opinion. Rice is a 6. He's a 6 all day. He's not a 10. De Bruyne is a 10. Rice is a 6. And I think Rice can still be effective with free kicks. Rice can still be effective coming late into the box to smack one from outside. And that's what he's doing. Next season, Rice plays a 6, my friend. Guaranteed. With the right 8 and 10, we've already got the 10 in Eze, he will score at least 9 Premier League goals. At least 9. 8 or 9 goals. From free kicks and running late into the box, literally. But we need to, literally solidify and say, you are the 6. Nothing more, nothing less. What do we got here? We can't depend on Rice next season like this season. Arteta is going to run him to the ground. We need Tonali type signing and sell Norgard if you don't trust him. Tonali would not want to sit on the bench, my guy, but I know where you're coming from. Yeah, he can't play this many minutes. And if he doesn't trust Norgard, you're 100% right. I still believe Norgard could do the business, but I don't know why he doesn't trust him. I don't know what he's done wrong, right? And Tonali, I think 90 million to 70 million is what we're going to have to pay. He won't sit on the bench, my guy. He won't. I do not believe it. But it'd be nice. Gumaresh to Arsenal, my guy. Gumaresh in the 8. Come on, man. Gumaresh. I'm just saying. Lati Firm says champions. Yes, all day. Championes, ole, ole, ole. All day. BX Gunner, I'm just going to post that for you. Has now chucked in a link there for you guys to a YouTube channel. By all means, guys, Aussie Gooner channel. I like to support everybody, so please go ahead, give the man a follow. Give them a follow. Jump on their channel. It's all love. Please. It's all kumbaya on my channel. I'm happy. Stranger at Norgard was fine to sit on the bench like James at Madrid. Hamas at Madrid. Yeah, I know. But see, Norgard, he's getting to the end of his career. This is the biggest move he was going to make. This was the last big move. This is the last move he could make. It had to be big. It is big to Arsenal. And if things were to go wrong, right? Then he would have gotten a shout, but it didn't. I think Norgard, Spurs were chasing him forever. You know what I mean? I swear. He could have been decent. I'm gonna leave this up there, guys. Please do me a favor. Do me a favor. Have a look at this channel. Please follow. Please follow, follow, follow. I'm telling you, I don't mind. I don't mind helping out YouTubers. No, I swear. Guys, tell me what you think. This game against Crystal Palace. I've been going for about an hour and a half. I'm going to give you guys my lineup. This is what I want, right? Tell me if I'm wrong. And guys, in the comments below, give me your lineups. I'm going to give you mine. Raya in goal. This is what I want. I want Yuri and Timber to start this game if he can. If he can. I want him to play at least 50 minutes. He's going to need it. I want Mosquera to be beside Timber, right? Saliba on the bench. I'm going to say Gabriel beside him. And I am going to say Calafiori, should I? No, Hincapié. Hincapié is going to start, right? Left back. Norgard as the 6. I definitely want Miles Lewis-Skelly on the pitch as the 8. And I definitely want Martin Odegaard to be the 10. This is what I would like. I want Dauman on the right. I want Martinelli on the left. I want Gyökeres to start as a striker. And I want Havertz to come in the second side, in the second half, about 50 minutes in. That would be my best starting line for me, so we can rest players. And hopefully Timber to come off in 45 to get them minutes. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Tim Alfred hate. Oh, stop hyping Dauman. He's just an ordinary player. Typical British. Hype, 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 and hype. 16. 16-year-old. Youngest goal scorer in the Prem. That's not hype. That's not hype. That's breaking records, my guy. I'm sorry. This sounds like hate, hate, hate. It sounds like hate, hate, hate. Come on. He's not hype. 16-year-old to jump in and start on the right-hand side or to play for Arsenal and then to get that goal, it's not hype. When he first started this season, we played friendly. What was it, against Newcastle? He was tearing up. Oh, I don't know. Hopefully, he doesn't become hype, hype, hype. Hopefully, he can continue in his trajectory. He doesn't end up like a Jack Wilshere or doesn't end up like Cole Palmer, yada, yada. But the future is looking bright. And it's hard not to be excited about a player like this. So I'm sorry, my guy. I'm sorry, man. That sounds more like hate, hate, hate. Hate, hate, hate. Today's squad, how about Jesus, Martinelli, and Victor up front? Noni on the right. So you're saying Jesus and Martinelli, Jesus or Martinelli, and Victor up front. So that would be Jesus on the right, Martinelli on the left, Victor up front, and Noni on the right. So who's playing number 10? Jesus plays. Jesus playing 10. Yeah, right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's different. Why not? Why not? But wouldn't you rather Odegaard get some minutes in the 10 role? Because he's not going to be playing 10. But that's a fair shout. That's a fair shout. That's attacking. It's fucking attacking. There's goals coming from everywhere. Yeah, I'd give that a go. That's mine. Look, I like what I've picked, but I would shout that too. Guys in the comments, please check it out. I like that. That's a decent lineup. What would you do for the number 8 and the number 6? The number 8 and number 6. Is it Norgard and Skelly, or is it Norgard and Zubimendi? You know what I mean? This would be sending off for Jesus, as I can't see him coming. This would be a good sending off for Jesus, as I can't see him coming in Budapest. Yeah, I think so too. This has to be a see you later. 100% BX, 100%. I like Martin, but he needs to play Eze's role. Yeah, I know, but I think he can play Eze's role in this game, but not in Paris Saint-Germain. Not against Paris Saint-Germain. I think against Paris Saint-Germain, we just got to play the players we got, which is the best player for the position, Eze in the 10, and Odegaard, I don't know, man, come in in the 8. I don't think Eze ever comes off the pitch against Paris Saint-Germain. He plays all the way through, and we throw in fucking Odegaard as an 8. My guy. Yeah. Gentlemen, score predictions, ladies and or gentlemen. I'm sorry if I haven't. Score predictions. I think we're looking at a draw. I don't think we're going to win this game. I think we're going to draw this 1-1. Don't think we're going to get a clean sheet. I think Arsenal will leave with 1 point. Crystal Palace will leave with 1 point. Won't change anything for Palace. Won't change anything for Arsenal. Yeah, at all. I think we'll pick up our trophy and say thank you very much. You know what I mean? And I think we very much deserved. I would like to thank Crystal Palace for making sure that we don't have any injuries. And they're going to play nice. Thank you, Crystal Palace, in advance for not taking out and injuring our players. And we're going to give you some money because we won the Prem. Thank you very much. Klein Handler says 3-1 to the Royal Arsenal. Fuck yeah, man. I'll take that all day, bro. Finishing up the season like that. Gyökeres to score a brace. Imagine that. Gyökeres scores a brace, goes against Paris Saint-Germain going, yeah, fuck you, you pricks. Imagine that. Imagine that. Gyökeres gets 2 in this one. BX Gunner says 2-1 to the Arsenal. Yeah. I like that. Boys, if we get a win in this one, I'll be very happy. I'll be jumping for joy. I'll be like, fuck, we finished the season with a win. You know, not playing under pressure, got to win against Palace. And there's no reason why we can't. But I just think that will be a weakened squad. And just like has been said in the chat, that it'll be a weakened squad versus a weakened squad. So you know what? With that in mind, yeah, I think we could win this. I think we could. So if you haven't already, please, I'm gonna end the show on that. Please, bell notification on, like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, I'll come back to review this game possibly tomorrow if I get a chance. Victor needs to score to start in the final. You know what? I think so, but you know what would be great for his confidence. I think he still starts in the final though. So guys, if you haven't already, like, share, and subscribe. I will try my best to come in tomorrow to review this game. If it's not then, it'll be a little bit later. But you know what? Better late than never. Big up to everyone who has joined me so early in the morning in the UK. Everyone has joined me from Australia so late. Thank you very much. Please turn on the bell notification notification bell battle. My God. And look, big up Arsenal. Big up everyone in the chat. Big up everyone watching this back. And guys, from the Aussie Guna and Australia, Champions, ole, ole.